Kitty. Kitty. Ain't open. Ow. Alright. Where do I start? Flashing does not work because it does not. Okay, I don't know if, depending on how far up, maybe it just kind of doesn't focus. But I'll be right back. Ain't nothing I can do. Alright. I'm back. Right. I would say welcome to whoever entered, but I don't know your name, so because I can't really like see who comes in or not. That's only like a TikTok thing. To focus on figuring this out because since this art can't articulate, this is just stuck there. We'll have to revamp this at some point. So far it's just the leg and then the double ball joint system with the arms. I didn't want to put any articulation in the torso because there's no point and it'll definitely stick out, make it kind of look weird. So there's just like rotation, but you don't have it visible because it's not connected. No, matter of fact, it's not in there. Don't see it. Okay, so I'm open to any suggestions. Right now I only have the feet. Done. So to give a close up, it's the flashlight. It looks like it's so dark, but it's not. There's so much scratching from previous, but it did put a lot of effort into it. But if you see it off, you can definitely see that I have light there. It just turns off all the other ones. I'm just working on Orion Pax. Nothing much. I'm just trying to figure out his forearm, because that's like one of the hardest things to do. Oh, and a piece came off. I don't know which piece. I mean, something came off. I don't know what. I think, oh yeah, that's what it was. It was like a disc. So, nothing too important. It's definitely draining my time, because I'll show you how he looks like in a minute. I have, oh, he left too. I have this bicep, like I have him here, but this bicep piece is just not working well for me, so it doesn't look too great. So just by connecting it. You tell me, this thing's really flimsy. Mainly the arm part, just not like everything else. But if you notice, I have been working on him a lot. It's this forearm that just looks really nasty. Okay? But not everything falls apart. It's just mainly this part because it's not really secure. Because I need to figure out a way, because I only have like double ball joints here. I just want to figure out a way for it to articulate while still be really secure. So that's pretty much what I've done so far. I haven't really focused on any joint. I am collabing with someone else though, because he's working on a Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime. So hopefully you can give me some tips on the arms and the legs. So, but overall, this is what he's looking like. I have the chest done. I don't know if I can. Yeah, I have the chest done. The waist, the piece is done over here, and then the back is technically done. The head sculpt is going to take a while. So if you can tell the difference between these two, it's definitely that I have to figure out the bicep and then the legs too, because that's going to take some time. This torso is actually completely different. I don't know why they decided to go for the route of... I don't know if I can... I don't know why they decided to go the route of making this guy Orion Pax. I mean Optimus Prime, when they could have done Orion Pax from the movie, because you're only going to get Orion Pax for the entire movie, you're not getting it for anything else. So in particular this should have been a lot taller. It should have been more bright, because he has a lot more brighter color scheme. Like, you can definitely see the difference. I don't have the box, but he's a lot brighter and more vibrant as Optimus Prime than Orion Pax. So Orion Pax, he has like bronze, silver, he has like this dull color, but he also has this chest piece, not this one. But Optimus Prime has this brighter, vibrant red, and his blue is more vibrant blue. It's like a lot brighter, and he actually has silver. Like, he's really shiny to the point where it looks like chrome. So I don't know why they decided to go this route, because this just looks like if you slap the head on, modify the arms a bit, you definitely would have gotten Orion Pax. So I don't know what the issue is with that, but they got that. So I'm just trying to work on Orion Pax with the things I got right now. No articulation on the torso, because he has like a rotation at the top, but with this piece in particular, if I add this out, you will actually be able to get that waist rotation. But since it just looks so weird, it looks too much like the Studio Series, and it just sways back because of how heavy it is, I decided to... I have currently disabled my TikTok account, because I am taking a break from TikTok, because I don't need to constantly work on those updates. So when I get back, I'll probably catch up on a few videos, get back to work. So, because if you go to my account currently, it's like not found. It says account not found because I have two accounts. Account not found because I have disabled my account, not permanently, but for now until I want to get back in the game. So I'm just working on YouTube right now, working on Orion Pax, and I have worked on this guy right here. This is like a new mech. It's not really a transformer. It's just a mech I've created. This is supposed to be my first ever tutorial mech. He's supposed to be meant for, like, if people want a tutorial, this will be the first thing. So I'll review him, and if people say I want a tutorial of this, this is the only character I'm going to give it to them. So it's the first one. He doesn't really have a head. This piece is like a cockpit piece, so if I remove it, then he doesn't really... Yeah, he looks like a Gundam, mainly because of the color scheme, not because of anything else, from what I've noticed. So, the back too, it's pretty plain. I do want to put some padding here. I don't know when or which, but he's overall really bulky. The eyeball is right there. This is like nice chest piece padding. These are supposed to be ears, but since they're just more up straight, you can still make them ears. But compared to a minifigure, here's the minifigure, and then here's Orion Pax, and then there's the tutorial mech. So, he was really simple to build. I just had to focus on a lot of joints because he's supposed to be really simplistic, easy to build. So it's the reason why I made him a tutorial mech. I mean, you can't fake this as an eyeball too. So this is pretty much what he's supposed to be. But I actually do love him. I did have fun building him. So yeah, lots of fun building him. And my eyeball is twitching. It hurts. I had to remove the mouthpiece from Orion because it was too sticked out. So if you compare it with, I don't do that anymore. I don't do the bases of the mechs anymore because I was just gonna talk about that soon. Is that if you notice, it doesn't look like my basic mech frames. This overall is completely fleshed out. It's new. There's nothing resurfaced. I completely changed the torso, the upper and the lower torso. This is completely changed. It doesn't have that weird curved angle. The legs are definitely going to be a different change. You can definitely tell that arm is not like how it was originally. And this has absolutely no touches or no hints of the original frame. Not even the ball joint, because this piece is a lot thinner. And these hinges don't even come with the original figure, except for just the feet, but that's it. There's no hints of the original mech frame. So these are completely new, but I will use this mech frame for a month or two just to get building fleshed out while I currently work on this guy. So he should be done by the end of September or the start of October, maybe even going into November. He should be done before winter. That's what I'm gonna say. He should be done before winter. So I won't guarantee it, but like I said, he should be done by winter, or has to be done by winter. If not, I will make the Megatron from Transformers 1. So this guy is currently the sub-in for every other character. If you don't see me upload that much, I'm gonna just plate something real quick with this base frame and just show it to the public. Say this is the new mech I've been working on. So from this set with all of these colors, I have found these tubings, except for this one. I've already had this one, but these large tubings. So I am thinking on making like a whiplash mech with this, or like a whip or something with all of these parts. Yeah, I haven't really gotten any of those. I do want to get them because they do help me a lot with builds. But I'm just not so sure. These were originally from like these were supposed to be whip swords, but I never really got to show it to the public, so I'm just gonna collide all of this into one. So I do have many plans for the future. So if I don't upload in time, I probably just upload another mech frame and be like, and just tell you what I'm working on. So this is like a really large whip. I do plan on making like these whips where you can just collapse it and use it. So because I did see this and I was like, this would be a great whiplash, because in the Iron Man 2 movie we did have one that was really large. So that also means that I can make my own headcanon for these. Ooh, that was a terrible these. I mean, these. There you go. Because I have this piece right here, this helmet. Right? This is actually a new system that I don't really want to show anyone, but if you're here in the live, you're going to see it. This is a new ball joint head system I'm working on. I had it with my original Hulkbuster, the newest one. I think it was the Hunter Hulkbuster, where you have a hinge that simply locks in, and then you put the ball joint in, and you can get articulation. So I've been working on that for a while. I am going to remake another Hulkbuster, and then another one with this helmet, get a few more Hulkbusters, and then etc, etc. So I can definitely use that, make an original Hulkbuster with this frame, and then I can revamp it, make it into Whiplash, Titanium Man, Crimson Dynamo. If you don't know who those are, I think they were originally introduced in Armored Wars. I'm not so sure, I don't remember, but they were from the comics. So Justin Hammer was Titanium Man, so it's surprising that they don't have him yet. But Titanium Man, the Iron Patriot Hulkbuster that they had in that Lego set originally, so I can definitely do a lot with this frame. Just make a bunch of Marvel headcanons until I get my rest of the important builds back to work. So that's what that's going to be used for. There's also have this. I haven't destroyed yet. I don't know why. He can definitely be valuable. So yeah, that's basically my plans. I should have discussed it in the video that I think just uploaded. I think because I made it today. I'm stuttering a lot. I don't even know why. I have this a lot when I'm in live. Not really in videos, because then I have to reset the whole thing. But I should have discussed my main plans with this frame, but I don't know if the video came out yet. I'm pretty sure it did. It's not there. Yeah, I know. I know. You said that. Do you have one of those? Dream it. It's a good idea. But I'm also trying to currently work on something else too. Like this frame, I didn't believe it either until now, because I came across someone's mech video once, and he was talking about some sort of mech, and I asked him and tried to ask permission to use his design and revamp it and give him credit. So this is definitely going to be used for that. I'm definitely going to give him credit, shout him out, tell him you check out his channel. I don't remember which one it was, but this frame is definitely going to be used for that. So he'll probably have longer legs to give him that weird creepy stature. Because if you just look at this in total, and you're walking by and you see this large mech, I'd be pretty terrified, because he has one beady eye. He's really chunky. He's just staring into your eyes. There's no head or anything. It's just that one beady eye. So I even have a whole story for him. So I'm definitely planning, like I said, getting another one. In fact, you guys can watch my video if you want to know my updates. I already gave a full update video just recently. I posted it, so if you want to check it out, you can check it out. But as of right now, I'm just discussing this character. And yeah, I'm just popping it for now. I also have these cannons. I don't know what they're going to be used for, but they were originally for the original design. I did post it, I think. The original design of the character. I'm pretty sure he had like wings and stuff. He was a lot slimmer. So that's what that was for. For me, that's probably the most difficult part for every single one of my builds. It's the forearms and the legs. The torso is really easy because you can angle it any way you want. But getting the forearms and getting the legs in is just super difficult because you have to make it match with the body, make it not proportional, get the angles, maybe have a nice looking calf, maybe it's too thick, squared. So it all depends on how you're building the torso from the back. So I do think that maybe stray away from having to put the guy inside the mech and just focus on giving him overall a design that would look better. I'm not trying to say your thing's bad, you know. I'm open to everyone's designs, creations, because I admire them sometimes and be like, oh, this is cool. He can grow and learn more and be better than me. So I'm not saying that as a bad thing, but so for an example, with this guy, you can definitely put someone in there, but it's definitely going to ruin your overall build because you're going to try and put time to see if you can make it, and I hit myself. You're going to definitely put time to trying to see if the cockpit's going to work, if it's not going to work. Because every time you have like a build, I can always notice that you have a cockpit in. So I'm not trashing it, I'm just saying it has the potential to be ruined because you're focusing on just a multi-ball jointed character with a torso that has to fit a character inside. So it kind of makes him look too slim, almost, I'm not going to say disproportional because surprisingly the proportions are really nice on your design, but you maybe have to focus on two more just key points. So like here, no, that doesn't really count. Here, he's a mech, but he doesn't have anyone inside of him because this is not supposed to be a play feature. He's just supposed to look really cool. Although I can definitely put a minifigure in there. I can't find him. Like this, I can definitely just remove this piece and put him in there. It would fit, but he would be a lot more flimsy. He wouldn't be that protective. So focusing on too much. The second one is making a bit better. Yeah, hats off to you. I do that sometimes. Like if I get a set, I'm like, I'm gonna try and rework this, give him more articulation. Nah, you're fine. This is literally a live chat of yapping. We're talking about Legos here. We're talking about mechs. We're talking about building, engineering, architectural build, proportions, sculpting. Because sculpting surprisingly does count when it comes to a figure. Like this isn't sculpting, but you're basically making it look like it's a sculpting of a figure. So you basically were focusing on major key points to create a mech. So you're fine. I'm not fine because I talk too much. But that's why I'm on live, so I can just let it all out. But yeah, this guy's a lot more big, and if you notice just by showing the articulation, he has no cockpit feature. It's all engineered to fit this exact design, even though there is a ball joint there. And you do think that you could have actually fit a character in there. His front torso is too fragile for that. So I basically sacrificed the playability for that. I'm not saying you should, but maybe consider it. It depends on what you're trying to do. So I do recommend looking at some references, reference mechs, see what you want. Like, notice what you want, see what you want to add, and focus on key points here and there and here and there. You have to take inspiration from something. If you want to start, you have to take inspiration from at least something before you start your doing mechs, Lego mechs, model kits, or anything. So Transformers doesn't really count unless you're doing a separate Transformers character. But we're gonna bring in Atlantic, Jaeger Atlantic, because that's what I'm gonna call him for now. He took heavy inspiration mainly from the original set because he had the J-Mech, the head sculpt right here. He had that, so I decided to use that from the original design. And he took a lot of inspiration with the whites, the way it was angled, a lot of that jazz. And now, this mech takes from inspiration because he has a beady eye here, and it would have been a lot better to give him that hunched design with just this piece covering in the beady eye right there. And it's not focusing. So that's what that takes inspiration of. The color palette, I would say it's mainly inspiration from Gundam, but not really. I just wanted to use most of the parts from the set, and that's what I got. So he takes inspiration from a lot of other things, and also a kind of scary mech approach. He doesn't really look like it though. He just looks angry. So it takes a lot of inspiration from a lot of things. So that's where he comes from. Yeah, I have that too. You know, way back, I'm not gonna seem like an old man, but way back, when I was younger in quarantine, even though it wasn't that far away, but quarantine, I did build a lot of Legos. And they were really small. So about the leg of Jaeger Atlantic was how small they were. They were really flimsy, but they did the job. You know, I made them Transformers, I made them Moon Knight, I made them Iron Man, Hulkbuster, just golems. I made them Godzilla, Mecha Godzilla, a skull creature, a skull mech. I did a lot of things with that frame, and that actually helped me developing. I was going to have my Legos. Yeah, I figured. But I'm not stopping you there. I'm just saying that I'm talking about how I started. And when I had those small Legos, eventually I kept going through Chubby Bots, which is a mech creator. He's really good at making Lego mechs, by the way. I think he took a break or retired, I don't really know. But he has a life, of course. Everyone has a life. But eventually I'm like, I want to do a larger mech. So I started doing larger mechs. They didn't really work out too well, so I stuck with the medium size. And then the Rise of the Beast trailer finally hit after, I think that was after quarantine. And I'm like, I gotta make this. No, it was a concept art for Optimus Prime, for Rise of the Beast. I'm like, I gotta make this. And I spent the whole, it was 3, maybe 4 months working on that Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime. And I gotta tell you, it looks garbage. It looks just trash. I'm not gonna say, I mean, maybe even just say it's just like dog shit. It looked ass. It didn't even look great. The feet were flat. It looked like a conceptualized Studio Series figure. It did not look great. So then, I kept switching it to Bumblebee movie, Rise of the Beast, Bumblebee movie. And eventually, I just stopped. And it hit June. Actually, no, I didn't stop. I continued. I continued to develop my skills on building. And eventually, we hit June of 2023. Right? And... right? I think it was June or July. I don't know. One of those dates we hit. And I decided, I'm going to rebuild him better. And I already had the frame already ready. I just needed to update it for Rise of the Beast. Because I finished watching that movie and I'm like, I'm going to fix this guy. I'm going to watch it in 1, 2, 3 movies. Doesn't matter if it's cam, and get this thing ready to work. So eventually, I got it to work. And I posted my first ever video to TikTok, which is even here as well. It's in YouTube. It's my first YouTube short, I'm pretty sure. And I posted it on TikTok. Got like 100, I think it got 1,000, maybe just 100 and 300 views. It got 100 likes, a few comments saying it was great. Looking back at it, I hate it. I don't like how it went, but for the time, I think it was good for its time. And I started upgrading it until I did Scourge. I was doing everything. What? What's the question? You just interrupted me. What do you want? Hit me. I mean, hit me. I'm open to the question. I don't know if you're typing or not, but I'm gonna continue before you type. So, and then I kept upgrading. I went to Scourge, and I wanted to do Optimus Primal because we were close to getting the HD version and like Blu-ray and everything. I don't think Blu-ray yet, but we had it on Amazon. Amazon Prime. So, I'm still in the same house, of course, in 2023, but because we moved recently, and I was building it. I was at a really good rate, and then what? To want to sleep on the ground. I actually slept on the ground once when we first moved in. It was fun. I actually enjoyed it. But of course, if it's too like dirty and it's not mopped, then do not sleep on the floor. Not recommended. But if it's clean, it's groomed, you have a blanket over it and then another blanket covering yourself, you're perfectly fine. But anyways, back to the Transformers Rise of the Beast. So eventually I did Optimus Primal, didn't work out well. I stopped, did Bumblebee movie, and the whole timeline of TikTok started. And then eventually I was sleeping on the carpet. Not bad. I slept on the carpet once during Christmas. I was so like tired from school because I had to do homework. But and then I went up and then I created Transformers New Order around February of 2024. I created Transformers New Order with Mirage. Mirage was the start of the reason why I'm still uploading in YouTube. That was the main reason why. And then I did a few characters in TikTok. I started uploading in YouTube a bit. And then now we're here. After doing Transformers New Order, I quit doing Transformers New Order. Transformers 1 trailer came out. Immediately went to work on it. Actually, no, not really. Until the Transformers 1 trailer 2 came out, I started to work on it. And now we are currently here in this time, where I'm working on Transformers 1 Prime, and I have this mech here that I never thought I would be able to do back then. And I'm probably going to say this 2 years tops, maybe even 4. Again, I don't really think I'm going to be that successful, but that's where I am at currently. So what I'm basically trying to say is use with what you have, but be smart about it. Like, don't make it too complicated, just try and make a smaller version. So, an example. You said you have a bag and a bin of Legos only. It's fine. Find some parts. Don't make it a really large mech. Make it small. Start off small and go bigger, like what everyone else does. Every other person who becomes famous does. I'm not famous, but I went from small up to here. Flimsy, but not good enough. And I kept getting more Legos. But that was near 2023, the spike of Legos. And then I kind of grew from there. You have to have an inspiration for everything. I'm not saying you need it, but you kind of have to when it comes to Lego, because I had inspiration for everything. It was inspired by many things. But my main objective that I always want, and I still have, is not stealing from others, because most creators, or smaller creators, they steal and they take what's not theirs. So like mainly small Lego creators. Small Lego creators, if they find out you have a tutorial, they're gonna take that from you, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, look, I made this," and they're not gonna shout them out, nothing, because they want to be famous from something that even though they stole. And some actually end up being successful, and they still steal, and they steal, and they steal from the design, and they don't give any credit. Until eventually they get caught, but no one has ever got caught. I've only pointed them out, but no one really said anything. So I didn't want to be like those people. So I dedicated 2, maybe 3 years right now to working on original designs, original basic. Yeah, because they don't want to do any work. I know that. Many people don't want to do any work. They don't want to put effort. So I dedicated 3 to maybe 4, 2 years into developing original designs that doesn't steal from anything. And if I do take anything, I will give credit. It's like this head sculpt. I'm more than sure that I did this myself. I'm pretty sure. If not, I have a Shockwave video where if I had the head sculpt, I would shout them out. But I'm dead on sure this is my ever first created own Shockwave head sculpt. It's the first head sculpt I've ever created. So this is the reason why he's not destroyed, because I have not moved on from this character since this head sculpt has been my own. So if I see anyone take it, I know exactly who it came from originally, because I invented this head sculpt, and I will not destroy it. Now, leading me to here. I'm not doing a tutorial of him ever, because I do not want the risk of it being stolen. But this, however, I will. And I will make sure... Well, I don't really know. Depends on if anyone steals it, but... This guy is completely original. This whole torso was invented because I decided to lay on my bed and just see if I could build a few Legos there. And now, we just revamped to this. So this is completely original, even down to the feet, because the feet have like a new system. I don't want to break this. They have a completely different ball jointed system that I haven't really seen anyone create. So he's completely original. I have nothing has been taken, nothing has been borrowed, nothing has been used. This one as well. I have not taken anything because no one has made a Transformers 1 character just yet. If they have, it's been Megatron, or the Cogless, or Student Scissors with this transforming one that's really small. But I have only seen myself made this. And I do plan on releasing a video on it soon, which is why, because I want to be the first one known to do this. I have made a video on it once. That's it. So, and then I am also going to be working on Rise of the Beasts. And I'm collabing with someone else so we can both work on Rise of the Beasts and get a better version of it. So. But I definitely do not want to copy anyone, and if I do, I will shout you out. So that's why I took permission from a content creator who started making mechs. Not often, but if I could use a design with this, because this is a completely different frame. I didn't take this from anyone, but this frame is going to be used from a content creator so that they can have their mech redesigned. Because I want to redesign people's, like, small content creators' designs with my work. I want to see how it looks and see if they like it. So this frame is going to be the first one to use a content creator's design, because it has a beady eye and everything. It's hard to explain it without saying as if I stole it. So one day I asked the content creator, can I remodel your design and give you credit with it too? I just want to know if I could use your design and remodel it into the way I build my things. And he's like, fine, sure, just as long as you shout me out. And I did, and I was going to do that. Then, this timeline I built, I'm going to stop saying timeline, but I built this frame and everything. It was a nice, cool design and articulation. And now I'm deciding to differently plate it, give it different design, to give him that design that the original content creator had. So, that's what that's going to be used for. And I'm just tired, so I'm talking so much out of my mind, I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. I think I'm going to hop off, because it's been like 45 minutes so far, even though that's not that much, but Transformers 1 Optimus Prime. So, because I'm just like mind-boggling here, I don't even know what to say. So, this is the look at the upcoming character. This guy's going to be soon. I'm going to go ahead and hop off, even though some people just joined. So, you can leave right now before I even say goodbye. So, thank you for tuning in. Can't wait to see you soon. I'm going to start school in like about a week or so. I think next Friday. But I'm going to go ahead and see you guys soon. I'm going to hop off.